Okay, firstly, why am I making this video? Well, as a guitar teacher, I have a lot of students come up to me and say things like, oh, I found the world's fastest guitar player on YouTube, check it out, it's unbelievable. And it's always something that I've seen before many times, someone playing at 1000 BPM or 2000 or 4000, and it's obviously there's something not right about it, but a lot of people can't quite tell straight up what it is. They think it's fake or sped up. A lot of them aren't sped up like you'd think. It's just a simpler explanation. Yeah, so why is this important? Well, as I said, being a guitar teacher, I have a lot of young students, and they can get disheartened seeing things like that, thinking, yeah, that's how fast I need to play to be good at guitar, and yeah, things like, oh, I'll never be that fast. Well, when we're more mature-aged players, we sort of know, yeah, speed isn't the way to gauge how good a guitar player is. We look for, phrasing, intonation, musicality, all these other things, but when you're younger, it's harder to know what to look for in a good guitarist, and speed's something that it's one of the first things that you really can learn to gauge your progress. So when you're first learning, you might learn Smoke on the Water, and in the first week you can't quite play it up to speed, you have to play it really slow, and then by the second week you can play it up to speed and you can jam along with the song, and by the third week you can play it faster than the song, which means that when you do play with the song you feel a lot more relaxed, and you can measure some serious progress there. So onto the videos now. Let's have a look. The first one that I saw, I guess it was back in 2008 by the look of this, Tiago Della Vega. I actually think this one's pretty much legit, and the video quality's quite poor, but as far as I can tell, 320 is not an unbelievable speed. It's very fast and very impressive, but yeah, I think this could be legit, so let's have a look. Alright, so looks pretty legit. Yeah, pretty crazy fast, but what's not so legit was, after already earning the Guinness record, he put up this video, which yeah, 750 BPM, unbelievable. He goes up to 750. Now this video has already been debunked, so I won't bother going into too much detail, but for one, look at the number. It's outside the screen, which, so straight away you can tell that the TV's fake. And yeah, there's a video, you can Google it, which analyzes this in a bit more detail. The way his hair moves and some of the hand movements, you can tell are, well, the video's sped up. Which is just a shame because, yeah, he did have a legit record, I believe, and then he went and did this and completely discredited himself. So yeah, 750, not, well, it's unbelievable because it didn't happen. Okay, next up we've got this bloke who says he can play 27 notes in 1 second. Let's have a look. The phrase is a very odd one. For some reason he's playing a really awkward 3-note per string pattern to do this. So anyway, let's have a look. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, etc. Okay, so immediately something doesn't look right there. It's a shame this one's in really low quality as well, but we'll do what we can. So we're looking at the picking hand here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 17 strokes. So what happened to the 27 notes? Well, he didn't play them, did he? 27 notes turns into 17, but, you know, I'm guessing that he doesn't realize this. He's playing so fast that, you know, he thinks he's playing it all right. He's probably focused on the left hand and not even realizing that he's missing over a third of the pick strokes there. So yeah, that's that. Okay, now this guy, 2000 BPM, he reckons. Okay, now this guy had a video for 1300. It was in very low quality, so I found this one that he uploaded since in a higher quality, so I thought we'd use this instead. Alright, so let's have a look. 170 BPM. Okay, wow. So 170's pretty sloppy already, and he's claiming that he's going to be going up to 2000. Let's have a look. Most of this was actually pretty clean though. Just a few slops in there, but you know, I don't normally like to pick on guitarists like this, but you know, when you're claiming you're playing at 2000 BPM and you know, you'd think 170, you'd be playing it pretty damn clean. 300 BPM. Alright, so what's going on here is his picking hand at half speed should look like it's playing at about 150, but it doesn't at all. Looks closer to 80 BPM. So that's 300 at half speed. That's 170 at half speed. So what's going on? The picking hand's doing the exact same speed movement there. So his left hand's flapping about, but the picking hand's still doing the same thing. And in fact, when we go to 700, the picking hand's still moving the same speed. When we go to 900, the picking hand's still moving the same speed. 1100, the picking hand's still moving the same speed. And so on. Cool, let's find 2000. So, in the first 4 bars of this song, there's 64 notes. Or actually, I think it's in 2/4, so we'll make it the first 8 bars of the song. 64 notes, which take you from the high E string to the low E string. Those 8 bars, or 64 notes, he will only do 4 pick strokes here. There, that was it. From the high E string to the low E string, 4 pick strokes. So just watch the picking hand and you'll see. 2, 3, 4. Cool. 4 pick strokes for 64 notes. So yeah, I don't exactly agree that that's 2000 BPM. Cool, let's move on. Alright, 999 BPM. Let's see what this looks like. Okay, 170 looks pretty legit.
That's the hardest one.
Yeah, because it's probably the only one you've picked every note, so. Again, we're seeing every speed has the exact same hand movement. So the left hand moves faster, but as the speed goes up, you're picking less and less notes. So picking basically the same speed all the way through, but tensing up the elbow. Cool. Yeah, so the song goes from having about 800 picked notes to about 20 picked notes by the time you get to these top speeds in pretty much all these cases. Okay, here's another one. Let's have a look at this guy. Okay, once again, sounds alright at 170. Yeah, not super clean, but yeah, passable, and he's playing it legit. 300. Oh, so what happened there? Alright, the whole start of that was pretty flops, and that's only 300, so he's working his way up to 1600. So yeah, once again we've got the situation where the picking hand even at 1000 BPM, the picking hand's always doing the same speed right through. Yeah, another thing I noticed with this one that was interesting. So 800 BPM. For 800 BPM, just watch the clock. Right, so he starts there. So he started about 32 seconds and finished at, let's say 49, so 32 to 49, almost 20 seconds. Now, it's gone from 20 seconds to 3 seconds at 1600 BPM. So, if my maths is correct, 1600 is double 800, so 20 seconds should go down to 10 seconds, not 3. So, this is kind of the point I'm making. The guys, I don't think they're all purposely deceiving us. They might be, but I think they actually just don't realize what they're playing or what they're not playing, to be honest. So, yeah, I think these guys actually think they are playing these speeds, and the main problem is the way that they're validated. So, someone's just watching them play to a clock. It's not quite good enough proof, is it? 1, 2, 3, 4 seconds. Cool. So, yeah, let's move on. So this guy, he's not claiming to have an official record or anything like the other guys. He's just playing in his bedroom, but yeah, let's have a look what he does. So it sounds pretty clean, but let's just put him to the picking test. So hand moves the same speed at 320 BPM as it does 1240. Cool. Yep, so same story. Okay, now John Taylor, this guy, he's the one that actually shed a lot of light onto this situation. He had a record for 600 BPM, and he's a very fast picker. He's not 600 BPM fast, but he's very fast, and he actually shed some light on this himself. So this video, he talks about how he thought he had the record, but after meeting with Troy Grady and filming some high-speed stuff, he kind of realized that there was no way he could have picked at 600 BPM, and this is sort of like, you know, a confession. He's basically saying that, yeah, he didn't realize he was picking that fast, and he's apologizing for it. I don't blame him at all. He said he put all his faith in the judges. You know, they told him, yep, you've picked at 600 BPM, so he believed him, but they just didn't use a good enough way of determining what his speed was. So, yeah.
I was picking every note at 170 beats per minute. I picked every note at 280 beats per minute, but I was falling short when it came to the 350 beats per minute. I am a firm believer that anyone who is claiming to set a speed record with guitar playing, you have to pick every single note. Every single note needs to be picked.
So yeah, I agree, and I have to say that John Taylor is still actually probably the fastest picker I've ever seen. So this is the kind of proof we need. If anyone's claiming to be the world's fastest guitarist, we need a video like this. Alright, so that proves without a shadow of a doubt that John's picking 24 notes a second, or in other words, 16th notes at 360 BPM. I haven't seen anyone else pick that fast and be proven in this way. That's the kind of proof we need. So big claims demand big proof. So just to, my final thought on that. Why is it important? Well, speed isn't important, but these claims just need to be backed up because, as I said at the start of the video, not everyone that watches them, knows enough to know that speed isn't everything, and beginners can be disheartened by this. And yeah, it's just it's bullshit, for lack of a better word. It's these videos are ridiculous and fake and nonsense.